me and my brothers fell out, whatever. I was staying with this chick, my ex, and she used to call me Papa for whatever reason, you know, girls call niggas daddy, whatever. And it was when Ty Dolla $ign came out with that song called Zaddy.
Yeah.
She said Zanny. And I was like, that's a cool ass nickname.
Yeah. So
just put a Z on it, and then I was like, Papa Zan. And when I thought about it, I'm like, yo, it sounds like you're popping Xanax.
Yeah.
But
I'm not gonna lie, when I first heard the name, I'm like, oh man, this man. I seen the song, but then, you know, it got different. Yeah, you got different stories. So
when you listen to it, it's not about that at all. And that's even a line, you know what I'm saying? She used to pop Molly way back when it was trending.
Yeah.
You should have known she was Patty from me. And a bunch of other lines is like, she used to pop Molly, now she popping Papa Zan. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you don't have to pop drugs anymore. You can just pop Zan, which is me. You can just get Papa Zan and put it inside your eardrums. That's all the drugs you need.
So that's where the name came from.
And it's just one joke of the name. You know what I mean? It's one entendre that I've been able to develop, because it's like, thinking about it, there's so many different jokes I can make with it. Yeah. But that's just the very clear one for people. And that's the one that's going to bring people in, because right now we're in a world of opioids and Xanax and lean and all sorts of different type of drug abuse stories, overdoses, and just all sorts of things that we hear about drugs, you know what I mean? And so all these rappers too, all these different rapper names, Lil Xan, rest in peace Lil Peep, all sorts of different names. So when I thought of it, I was like, all right, I know I'm going to get grouped in just visually, just even looking at it, because we live in the internet age.
Yeah, I'm not.
It's going to be clickbait.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie, like... But the thing is, you know, before I say that, there's a lot of new artists that are actually like yourself and your crew that's actually lyrical. Right. Think about when Gucci Man and Waka Flocka Flynn came out, right? All them boys came out, right? At that time, a lot of people didn't think of like they lyrical. Like my fiance's from New York, so she look at them like they're not lyrical, but now 5-10 years later, you start to appreciate them.
I was talking about this the other day, and you know what? I'm going to use Future. Yeah. And I know Gucci was first, Gucci and Tip. Yeah. Jeezy.
We're talking about who created trap.
Yeah, right. Yeah. That's a whole different conversation I don't want to get into because it's detailed. Yeah. When I first heard Future, I didn't understand what he was saying. I didn't understand the references. I couldn't vocally understand what he was actually trying to say. And then after 2021, and I got drunk with my homies, my big homie Tone told me, drunk people understand drunk people. Yeah. So when you're in the club and the Future song come on, you can sing every single word. Yeah. But when you saw me driving down the street, you're like, I just put my thumb in her, what? Is that what he said of the song? And it's like, he started out in Atlanta. Atlanta people understand it perfectly fine. They grew up like that. Yeah. So when he got to that mainstream form in 2012, 2013, 2015, Dirty Sprite 2 came along. Yeah. People grew a tolerance to what that sounds like. People grew a tolerance to Future. People grew a tolerance to the drug references, the lean references. You start to understand, putting mud in a cup. You start to understand those different lines, and it makes sense. And then it becomes clever because they're used differently in every song. Man, the point that I'm making is we grew a tolerance over time for that stuff. Yeah. So people always talk about quality and lyricism for Gucci Man and all the trap rappers in Atlanta, just for example, and they don't understand that. You've been listening to it. Yeah. You've been enjoying it. You don't want to admit it. It's not Talib Kweli or Mos Def. Yeah. It's not a Tribe Called Quest or Wu-Tang. Yeah. But it's a different side of the streets. It's a different side of the struggle. And they're just talking about drugs and bitches and money like everybody else do. Yeah. And it sounds like new music because you're not used to how a drum sounds. Yeah. And you'll never get used to it because you're still listening to boom bap. Yeah. And until people were understanding that it's just a vibe, you're not supposed to understand what it is because that's not for you. That's not your type of music. Yeah. But it sounds good. It's gonna make you nod your head. Yeah. Embrace it.
Yeah, and with Future, when he first came up, I didn't like him not because of his style. I just felt like T-Pain. I put Future like in that realm with when T-Pain. You remember T-Pain was like the king of all like the hooks and stuff. Everybody, the auto-tune and stuff. When Future came out, I'm like, who this hood ass nigga think he is? Like coming from Atlanta and stuff like that. You know, T-Pain, you know, he a Florida boy. You know what I'm saying? So, but like we all like we looked at him like he used something which was been used like since like the 60s, 70s, 80s. Yeah. So, but what T-Pain did, like he changed it up and he ran with it. But then when Future came out, I'm like, he got a few songs and stuff, but I don't.
You know what it was?
Yeah.
I don't know when you caught on the Future. I know I caught on the Future when he was singing a lot, like Sierra.
Yeah, that's
Turn on the Lights. And when I heard those songs, I was like, okay, who's Future? So then I heard Magic and then Tony Montana and then all the trap records. But what was popular when I caught on was all the singing joints. Yeah. I was like, okay, what else does he have? So when you got to hear his catalog, he was rapping in auto-tune.
Yeah.
Talking in auto-tune. And T-Pain was singing all the way through. And T-Pain can sing his ass off.
Yeah, he can sing without auto-tune. People
exactly.
don't know that,
But he puts auto-tune on to pitch correct.
Yeah.
You know, it's a tool that he uses while he's actually singing. Mm-hmm. So hearing Future do it, it was like, what is this? You know what I mean? Like, what am I listening to? This man's talking, and it just sounds muddy. It sounds computerized. Yeah. But it was effective. Yeah. Because you couldn't get any other artist to sound like that at the time. Yeah. Now you have all sorts of Future and Young Thug duplicates and copies.
Yeah. I think yeah, like when when Future came out, like I used to him cool, and when Young Thug came out,
that took some adjustment.
But then like you can't. Even when I look at him, people can't deny that he is like talented. Like he
learned how to bend his voice around. Yeah. You know what? Him getting with Wyclef is the smartest shit in the world. Yeah. I saw when that happened. He did that. I forgot. I think it was on the Jeffrey album.
It was one of them albums. Yeah.
Yeah. He had Wyclef feature, and that's when I heard it for real. Like he was singing before and doing all sorts of different runs with his voice. Mm-hmm. But when he got with Wyclef, I can tell like someone taught him how to really sing it and bend your voice, and he's been doing crazy stuff ever since. All this feature stuff he's doing now, so much different from when he was doing what's that joint called Danny Glover.
Yeah.
Donald Glover. Challenge.
I feel like that was that song that that put him on.
Yeah, that's when I caught him.
Yeah, so it's just like it's crazy like how even not even just 10 years ago, 5 years ago, like how music is changing, here and there. Oh, yeah, so, sure. I got a question for you. So,
talk to me.
What you graduated high school 2011?
Yeah.
So we all in the same generation. You were like 24, 25?
25.
All right. So the new artist that's coming out, that's out right now, that's already out, like RP, the XS Tession. I'm not gonna lie, like I caught on him late.
Yeah.
One of my kids, I should like do after school program. She like, Coach, listen to the album 17, listen to him, listen to SS.
Oh, you caught him when he came out.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm not gonna lie, like this boy, he raw, like, cause you remember it was a point in time like Drake and him was beefing because he felt like Drake stole the
flow, yeah.
And I ain't gonna lie, I heard it.
The comparison is
I heard it. Then you got Lil Pump. I didn't even know he was from the crib. Lil Pump. I thought Lil Pump was someone from like Cali somewhere.
Right here.
But even when he did the J. Cole interview, I'm like, yeah, he from down here. I just never knew.
That interview's so important.
Yeah, it is.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, we can get to that. That was very important. But I mean, it's all one It's all like I guess we all in that generational I guess cycle. Mm-hmm. What do you think about like artists like that? Like that's like how I can say it, like they overshadowing the lyricists.
I'm gonna say
like I'm talking about like. Cause it's something that I can't name.
No, I know exactly. Yeah. I know exactly what it is. I talk about this all the time.
Yeah.
I talk about music every single day of my life. So this is a topic that comes up, and Fortunately, I've been in enough conversations to be able to articulate it.
Yeah.
So these are my thoughts. Music is cyclical, like you mentioned. You know what I'm saying? We're in this cycle. I'm just going to try something new with this explanation. So when rock and roll came out, a lot of those kids were using their parents' disposable income to go to these concerts, to go to these shows. And of course, they were cheaper back then. And old people didn't like it because it was satanic or it was too wild or whatever they called it back then. So when rock and roll came out, it was like, what is this music? It's too raunchy, it's too wild. We don't like it. It's not like Nat King Cole. It's not like, well, Elvis had his, times with it. Elvis, but historically, there was just this butting of heads, you know what I mean, that happened between the older folks and then the kids. So that trend happened when hip hop came out. It happened in the 90s when R&B happened. And gangster rap was going on. I was watching a documentary where they're saying gangster rap really originated because they didn't want to be like R&B singers.
Really?
Ice Cube and NWA was talking about, I got a Jerry curl, but I'm not no singer, you know what I mean? And that was the thing, like, the singers were perceived as soft compared to gangster raps. I don't know, that was just a theory. I saw in a documentary. I don't know if it's real, but whatever. So now, we've gotten to this point where it's not necessarily new music and older music. It's more like, we're gonna rap, but we're gonna change how it sounds. So now that these triplet flows are more popular, and the drums have a different cadence, and it sounds more trap, sounds more southern, sounds more, not 90s boom bap hip hop.
Like how the sound was like more New York and LA type.
Exactly. It's one or the other. It's going to be boom bap. It's what I call it. That's the line where I draw the line. It's going to be boom bap or trap. You know what I mean? That old school sound or this new school sound, these digital drums. And now, so much time has passed by that we've been able to see talent come behind that sound. J. Cole's last album, he used all these new flows and put them on old beats, put them on boom bap beats, and then he put them on some of the newer trap sounds. And he even talked about that. And I feel like that's the most healthiest thing in hip hop right now, because it's going to continue to cycle, and new things are going to happen, new things are going to come from it, and it's going to get better. The second example I can think of is how Vanilla Ice came out. One of my favorite DJs is DJ A to the L in Tallahassee. He's this old white dude. He's from Ireland, but he's super versed. He has the deepest crates in Tallahassee. Man, I was at Top Flight. He DJs at Top Flight. You know what I'm saying? And he was playing Lauderdale records that I've never heard any DJ play outside of Lauderdale. You know what I'm saying? And he called it bubblegum rap. Like, you don't compare Vanilla Ice in the same category you compare Big Daddy Kane and Rakim. Lyrically, it just don't match up. But at the same time, Vanilla Ice had hits. You know what I'm saying? That was a huge record. You know what I'm saying? He had a huge records. And
he from here too. I didn't even know that till later on as I got older. Right. From Miami Lakes.
And that popularity, it was, that's what it was. It was just popular. It wasn't quality like, Big Daddy Kane could rap circles around Vanilla Ice in a single day of his life.
Of course.
Same thing with how you can compare Kendrick Lamar to a Lil Pump. Or J. Cole to a Smoke Perp. Smoke Perp from here too. I'm saying, he's from West Palm, all of them boys. And to get back to the original topic, Ski Mask, the Slump God, another person from Broward, X, rest in peace, Kodak, all them boys. When I caught on to them, that was last year when I got back. Kodak can't put me on. I heard Look at Me first. So you heard that song.
Look at Me,
And then that's when it was on Facebook, and he had the mugshot and all the girls like, oh my god, he's attractive or whatever. And then when I heard that song, I was like, yo, why does it sound like this? Because the drums were distorted, it was messy, it was loud, but it was hype. And it wasn't organized. It wasn't like an intro, a hook, 16 bars, a hook, in and out. It wasn't like that. It was like, they gonna come on and do whatever the fuck they want and then get off the song. It's a minute, it's short. Play it again. Play it again. Play it again. Play it over and over again to the point where the replayability of it is what Kanye is doing now. You make everything shorter, you make everything more consumable, because people are gonna run it back.
But you know what? History repeats itself.